Majibwadi tina me danedi winji de me se bisa ko ofi wona me feel it so be pebedia ka echi. My name is Ochame Kwabe the Rasta, and you are watching Davcado TV. Stay tuned.
You are aware about a lot of things, a lot of reactions, a lot of comments, a lot of public announcements about the brouhaha that is going on between that Lumba, Odobruni, the families, Akosia Sewa, and other people like Papashi and all that. I know you are aware about everything that is going on, but this particular one will shock you. This particular twist to the whole story about that Lumba and Odobruni will shock you. The big question on the street, now is that, was that Lumba a pedophile? Now the question comes again, who is even a pedophile? A pedophile is somebody or a grown man who loves to do adult things with a collar. Basically, that's it. A grown ass man who loves to do adult things with collar under age for that is who we call a pedophile. Was that number one of them? That's a question on the street. I'll play the video about Blakk Rasta who did some diggings and is actually vomiting out things. I'll play the video for you to listen. But before then, this is Davcado TV. Subscribe and click on the notification bell so our videos will never escape your doorstep. Now, Odobroni was 14 years when Daddy Lumba entered into a relationship with her. Lawyers suggested in court. This story we are reading the story on My Joy Online. If you go on My Joy Online right now, you see the whole story. The story was actually published by Ohimen Tevia, and it was published on 27th of December 2025 at 3:17 p.m. That was when the story was actually published. So let's go deep into let's cut deep into the story and see why people are asking this question at this time, at this point in time. At this point in time, why are people asking if that Lumba was actually a pedophile or not? You know, in our Ghanaian culture, we always say that we don't speak ill about the dead and all that. But according to Blakk Rasta, we are now in AI world. We are now in different generation. So when you are an adult and you do the negative things, when you die, we talk about the negative things because that's what you left behind. Let's go into the story. The age of Priscilla Ofori, the second defendant in the spousal wrangling involving high life music icon Daddy Lumba, was a subject of discussion at Tuesday's hearing at Kumasi High Court. Now let's go. Follow me, Blewo. Now, counsel for Akosia Sewa Fosua suggested to James Beniakon Boatin, a witness of the second defendant, Priscilla Ofori, also known as Odo Bruni. The later entered into a relationship with the late musician when she was 14 years old. James Boatin, the principal witness, is a tax administrator married to a sister of Odobroni. He is a native of Apan near Jamasi in the Ashanti region, but resides at Tabora in Accra. He told the court that the late musician met Odobroni in 2006 when she was a final year student at Ashley College, a second cycle school. Follow me, Boko. Let's go. Let's cut deeper into the whole thing. Now, even though he could not tell if that Lumba and Odobroni were in an amorous relationship, the two went ahead to date for 4 years before finally settling down as a married couple on April 10th, 2010. April 10, 2010. April 10, 2010. According to the witness, though Odobroni enrolled for nursing training at King's Health College, that Lumba made her stop schooling when counsel for the plaintiff asked which year She stopped schooling. The witness said he could not tell which year it was. So after this story came out, after this revelation came out in the court, that is where everybody started asking, including Black Rasta, and is actually lamenting, putting a lot of information. According to Black Rasta, if this all these things we are saying turns out to be true, then we need to boycott that Lumba's songs. We need to boycott that Lumba's brand. And he said this and a lot of things. I wouldn't want to just take big words from his mouth and what place it before you. I would love to rather play the full video for you to have a full education on what Black Rasta is actually saying. The video you're about to watch is a video from Black Rasta and Black Empire TV, where he hosts his programs and all that. This is what Black Rasta said on the what Blackpot, the Kukushiwu. Let's go quickly and listen to Black B as he's putting out, he's chaining out these deep truth informations out there. Let's go quickly and listen and come back.
Was that a Lumba a pedophile? Who is a pedophile? Somebody who sleeps with underaged people. If you are a man and you sleep with underaged children, you are a pedophile. My brother, my sister. And if you are a woman and you deal with males who are underage, you are in the same category. Daddy Lumba is the man whose photograph you see here. We love his music. We loved him. I met Daddy Lumba twice all my life, and we had a beautiful conversation. He was born in September, just like me. We shared a lot of things in common. He found his way all the way into Germany. When he got the opportunity, his family came together, contributed money, and sent him there. He met a lady there called Teresa, who helped him stay right there in Germany and even get him recorded in a studio when he started doing music in Germany there. Teresa. He made a beautiful song for Teresa. Teresa, 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 Barbara. Oh my God. Recently, he opened his heart and spoke so much about Teresa. We all danced to the song, and we didn't really know the deep things of the song. But now we know that the Lumba, he was married to a woman called Akosua Sewa. And together, they ticked and talked on the streets of Germany. He met this beautiful woman, and they started a very beautiful relationship. And you can see the good old days, the bogger days. Daddy Lumba is Ghana's Michael Jackson. His songs are almost like sermons to so many people, and a lot are laced with some aspects of adult language. Daddy Lumba. Daddy Lumba died recently, and people have been talking about it. I honestly told myself I wouldn't want to talk about Daddy Lumba's death. Let me just mourn him quietly. But I chanced upon something that is worth talking about. My Joy Online published it. I'd heard it on radio, TV, and when I went into some little research, boom, it hit me. Although Brony was 14 years when Daddy Lumba entered into a relationship with her, lawyer suggests in court, and this is just 27th November 2025, a few days ago. Run the story. The age of Priscilla Ofori, the second defendant in the spousal wrangling involving high life music icon Daddy Lumba, was a subject of discussion at Tuesday's hearing of a Kumasi High Court. And what happened? Counsel for Akosua Sewa Fosu suggested to James Beniako Boateng, a witness of the second defendant, Priscilla Ufori, also known as Odobruni, that the latter entered into a relationship with the late musician when she was 14 years old. James Boateng, the principal witness is a tax administrator married to a sister of Odobruni. He's a native of Apa near Jamasi in the Ashanti region, but resides at Tabora in Accra. He told the court that the late musician met Odobruni in 2006 when she was a final year student at Ashley College, a second cycle school. Even though he could not tell if Daddy Lumba and Odobruni were in an amorous relationship, the two went ahead to date for 4 years before finally settling down as a married couple on April 10, 2010. April 10, 2010. How old was Daddy Lumba in 2010? He was born in 1964. So let's even say 1960. 2010 would have made it 50 years, right? Minus 6. So that's what? 44. So that means Daddy Lumba was about 44 years when he met Odobruni. Now, when I went into the research, dash it away, information reaching me, I said that Daddy Lumba met Odobruni. How did they meet? So many different versions, but the most credible amongst all this is that Odobruni used to come around Daddy Lumba's house asking for employment. She wanted to be a house girl. And one day, Daddy Lumba decided to take her in after several attempts. The wife was in Germany. One thing led to the other. And it was said that she truly was 14 years at the time. They went ahead to do their things, and she got pregnant. In order to hide it from the wife and some other people, he decided that the girl shouldn't go to school anymore, just stay at home. She stayed at home and gave birth. In all, they have 6 children. They would have been 7, but we hear one passed on. They are twins along the line, so 6 children in all. From 2010, when they got married, the marriage has been blessed with 6 children. 7, one passed on. Now, my brother, if this is anything to go by, I know that the Akan people have a certain marriage system where you would start paying for a little child's education and taking care of the child. I think it's called a siwa warrior. When the person is of age, then you marry the child. Not only the Akan, some other ethnic groups do that. In recent times, it's been condemned. But my brother, my sister, that's people's tradition. Even with that, you are not supposed to touch the woman until the woman comes of a certain age. In our laws in Ghana, 14 years is still immature, minor. Did Daddy Lumba started humping the young lady at 14? When did the girl get pregnant? We hear her first child is 19 years old. When you calculate it back, deducting that from her age, which many say is plus and minus 34, it means that they started early. My brother, my sister, they started early. It means she was about 50. It's very easy to prove this. Find the firstborn. What is the age of the firstborn? Not football age. Find the age of the lady. Deduct that and you are able to tell. Is it true that she gave birth to a child at 15, pushing 16? Did Daddy Lumba do it that early? Was he a pedophile? Did family know about this? My brother, my sister, we all remember the story of R. Kelly, Robert Kelly, and how he dealt with Aaliyah. How many of us remember Aaliyah? Back, Potiphar, like we used to sing in those days. She intentionally increased her age in order to marry R. Kelly, Robert Kelly. In those days, he wrote a lot of her songs and aided her with her music. They fell in lust, and she increased her age so she could marry R. Kelly. At the time, she was only 13. But she said she was 17. Whatever it was. And they got married. Later, they denied it. Look how R. Kelly ended. Pedophile. He was almost like a rapist and all that. Did Daddy Lumba do all these things? Is it necessary to talk about this at this time? Yes, it is. In our culture, we don't say bad things about the dead, which is a mistake. If the dead get to know that all the bad things they do whilst they are alive, when they die, we shall talk about them. They will be careful when they are alive. My brother, my sister, from housemaid to mistress, from mistress to wife, and then they started making babies. Now, Daddy Lumba and this amorous relationship brought about an authorship of confusion. He has authored confusion, and the whole Ghana is talking about it. Families are feuding, people are talking, and his soul is not resting in peace. That's if he has a soul at all. It's sad. I wouldn't moralize it on Daddy Lumba. Neither would I moralize it on anybody. But the truth is this. It's very easy to investigate this. When did Lumba start humping the young girl? Have they done justice to Daddy Lumba's wife, Akosua Sewa? What is the problem that the family cannot come together and let justice go in the direction of justice? I honestly did not want to talk about Daddy Lumba's issues, but pedophilia has pushed me into it. I'm looking at that aspect. If it is true and is proven, then we need to put it out there. Boycott his music, boycott his brand. Even in death, it will reach him there. That is if it's proven. In some countries they do that, but with us, the dead instantly become saints.
So basically, this is how Blakk Rasta actually put everything. And I know you heard everything and I've pressed everything. Now that you understand the story, if you have anything to say? Now that you've understand everything, if in case you have anything to say, please visit the comment section, put everything there, and it's very, very important. Please, this is Davcado TV. Subscribe and click on the notification bell so our next video will also be served just like this one in your inbox nicely. But then if you're out there and still you have any business that you want to run with Davcado TV, kindly call the numbers 0248 4073 44 0248 407344. The same numbers are on WhatsApp, so you can even WhatsApp us whatever. Big shout out to all of you out there.
Majibadi tina me danedi winji de me se bisa ko ofi wona me fi ili ti so bi pe be dia ka echika